living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
With a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE. Welcome back to the channel that does the stupidity. What's going to happen to Riley's asshole when he drops the soap in the shower? Because Sleeping Warrior has been a very naughty boy. Very, very naughty boy. And we're going to have a bit of a chat about it today. Because it's something that needs to be highlighted. I know we joke a lot about the flat earth. We make fun of it, have a good laugh of it. But there is certain times where it goes over the line. Obviously, one of those times was when, Santos Bonacci threatened to kill me and said my mother has a stinky vagina. But another one of those things is what Anthony Riley has been doing in the past few days. With me to talk about it is a stinky beaver and a globe prover. Can you guess which one is which? Stinky beaver, how you doing?
I was laughing about the smelly vagina still. Oh my god, that made me laugh. I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, I guess I got to say thank you to Riley for constantly giving me content. He's like responsible for about 2 million of the views on my channel. So, I'm doing good knowing that he's still pumping out the stupid. Talking about pumping out the stupid, Ranty, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you. I keep pumping out the stupid myself. Thank you very much for.
I noticed that your channel is pumping out quite a lot, and I'm very much enjoying your journey into sanity. It was like, you and I debated, and it was a pleasant debate when you were a flat earther, but you were still a flat earther. But seeing you come back to sanity and then join the fight against the stupid, it makes me feel so proud that I beat you in debate.
Yeah, you didn't know, did you? That is the one thing that you want to try and get, but no, I'm not giving you that.
All right, then.
That
Okay.
definitely isn't a win.
Right, so you have been talking about this a bit on your community page. So do you want to kind of tell everyone what we're talking about with Riley, what he's been doing?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, a couple of days ago, I've started a Discord server. So obviously, people can leave comments there, they can come in and chat, etc. And I was just scrolling through some of the messages that had been posted the night before, and I saw this one screenshot of something that Riley had said, and nobody had made any reaction to it or anything like that. But I read it and I thought, that's not right. That can't be Riley. Riley wouldn't have said that. So I got in touch with the guy and I said, look, where did you get that from? What post, what channel? So he told me where I could find that, and I went and looked, and sure enough, I clicked the name of the person that had actually said what he'd said, and it was Sleeping Warrior. It was Anthony Riley. So it didn't take me more than, I don't know, 10 minutes to decide to do a video on that, because it just needed to be put out there, because you just can't, there's a limit and there's a line that you just don't cross. And,
yeah.
He crossed a line with what he did.
Very much so. Brainy, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
I had it sent to me. I just I've been crack-a-lacking at getting my episode done, which these two fine folks here know that it just came out of the womb, if you will, of my editor. So that's going to be this week. So, but yes, I've been kind of, I saw it got sent to me. I read like 3 lines and went, very interesting. And then put my blinders back on and went back into the editor. So no, I do not have actually a lot of understanding. I get that there was kids involved in statements, and that's about it. So.
Well, let's have a look at, there's an entire conversation to read, but let's go straight to the important part. And that's his response to, he's talking to Mr. Victory's radio, and he's talking about brainwashing and stuff. And he says, that's brainwashing. And I've been targeting the kids for years. If you think that sounds dodgy, that does sound dodgy. There's no getting around the fact that sounds fucking dodgy. He says, if you think that sounds dodgy, it suggests more about you than it does me, mate. When they are told gravity isn't a force, the F equals mg always results in weightlessness because blah, blah, blah. And show them the egg test. They instantly get it. and they are shown how the school cross wires them with Newton, I literally hotwire that cross wiring and send them back to their teacher to ask why aren't they told about Einstein and RDD, relative density disequilibrium. And when they say their teacher doesn't know, that's his job. And he just, the normal nonsense you hear. And he says, you don't even realize you're brainwashed. You think you're all wise and intelligent, but an 11-year-old can corner you without trying now. Best thing is, we are on there and applying the troll tactics learnt on YouTube. We act as children and talk about how our teacher was concerned when we asked him these questions. So you scummy trolls will never be able to find us. It's beautiful. When the time comes, you will realize it's us. But right now, just know that we are all over TikTok and telling the kids how Newton is not science anymore. That Einstein is, and both are false dichotomy and correlative only. The egg test is getting around and the kids get it instantly. The fact that you adults don't get it just shows how brainwashed you are. Now, if those two paragraphs do not concern you, then there is really something wrong with you. Now, Brainy, you've got kids, Ranty, you've got kids, right?
Yes.
As a parent, how does this make you feel?
Well, I mean, let's just say it as it is. Riley's 41 years old, and he's admitted to pretending to be a child to speak to other children on TikTok, to interact with them, pretend that he's at school, pretend that he's, 10, 11, 12 years of age. Who knows? He could be a male, he could be a female. Who knows? He could be pretending to be a girl, a 10-year-old girl now. I don't know. Yep. But whatever it is, he's interacting with kids over there. He's bypassing all the safeguarding rules and regulations and protocols that are put in place to protect children from predatory behavior just like this. And it is typical grooming behavior. I mean, I did send you a link that shows how you would groom. Yes, if you want to bring that up too, that would be great. And for me personally, whether or not it's, I don't believe for a minute it's sexually orientated, but I do believe that if it was my children he was contacting and bypassing all those regulations, I wouldn't like a 41-year-old man pretending to be a child to talk to my child about anything. No, absolutely. It's
let's make it clear. This isn't sexual, and none of us are implying that Riley is a pedophile. We're not saying that, but that doesn't get away from the fact that what he's done here is admit that he is grooming children for the purposes.
Am I the only asshole in the room that thought of Riley coming out? Maybe we need some music or something, and he coming out and doing a little TikTok.
Oh God, no! Don't get Riley on the TikTok dances. Could you fucking imagine?
you got to get the music. He's got. Don't they have to do some sort of
Yeah, they're tapping their hands together.
One of the other flat earthers has to come out behind him and do something with them or something like that. Isn't that how TikTok works? I'm old now. Don't get me wrong.
I don't understand TikTok because I have a flick through YouTube Shorts, which is basically TikTok reposted, and I see the stuff on there, and I'm like, how is someone making money from this content? They're just staring at the camera, literally. But the fact is that the kids love TikTok, right? The kids love TikTok, and he is saying that he is using that platform because he knows the kids are on it, and I mean, I've got a 13-year-old boy who uses the internet a lot, and I have to give him his privacy. He's at that age where I have to give him his privacy. But seeing that kind of shit from Riley scares me, because teenagers are impressionable, and if you're impressionable, it's easy to fall into that flat earth rabbit hole. But then it also opens the floodgates for them to listen to people online, which could then lead to other things that are even worse. And I think it's just deprived, really, isn't it?
Well, it's right. Let's look at it from his perspective, right? So let's assume that he's going to find a victim over there, and he's going to succeed in his quest to actually make them a flat earther, or at least look into it. Right? Let's assume that he's going to do that. And, you know, his content on YouTube has dried up. So obviously he's been doing this for quite some time. He says in his messages that there's a group of them doing it, so it wouldn't just be him. So they're obviously targeting these kids. So let's say that they affect one person's life, one child's life. Well, how is that going to affect their schooling? How is it going to affect their relationships with other people? How is it going to affect the parents? You know, how are they going to behave with the parents if they suddenly fall down this rabbit hole of believing that the system is against them, etc.? Do you think they're going to pass the GCSEs? Are they going to do well at school? Are they going to have normal relationships with people? I don't think they will. And I think it's terrible that a child at that age should be put in a situation where they have a grown man that's able to try and manipulate their minds at such a young, vulnerable age.
Yeah.
And
is it even legal for an adult, whether or not that's sexual? Is it even that, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, adults should be allowed to talk to kids, I mean, in platonic way, like, you know what I mean, if it has nothing to do with that. Otherwise, you'd be like, mentoring would be out the door and stuff like that, and you'd never be allowed to have, like, it was like big brothers, big sisters and stuff like that, technically. But is there not something, like, sinisterly, like you know, like, I guess that's not a word. Let's try.
Sinisterly.
Sinisterly, it's a new word. Look it up, seriously. But no, is there not something like kind of like just downright wrong, just because it's?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
I mean, the issue is we deem it to be incorrect information. That's where the problem is that he thinks he's some sort of like you know, Morpheus to the Neos out there or something.
Well,
like he's about to
it's not
release
even
their
about
minds.
the information, really. It's not even about the information. All right. Yeah, I will put out videos that I hope people see that will maybe change their mind if they're flat earthers. But I would never pretend to be a child to convince other children that the Earth is a globe. You know, if there was some
kid's
flat
not
Earth
allowed to
kids
watch
around,
my content.
Yeah, this was the same for
Bottom
me.
line.
But if I was to do, you know, some TikTok stuff, which is something we're planning, you know, I don't mind kids watching it, but I'm not going to pretend to be a kid on TikTok to convince the other kids that, oh, my teacher was wrong. You know, that whole thing is just wrong. If there was a flat Earth kid, you know, because their parents are flat earther, I wouldn't then pretend to be a kid to convince that kid that the Earth is a globe, because that is just wrong on so many levels. And it just shows there are so many times that flat earthers are horrific people, homophobes, transphobic, you know, school shooting deniers, 9/11 deniers, and literal child predators. This isn't the first time we've seen flat earthers target kids. We've all seen what fucking Nathan Thompson does, screaming fucking, you know, over it when kids are in the school playground, even when the teacher tells them to go away. Flat earthers think it's okay to target kids, and this is something that we really need to fight back against. But what's the best way to do it?
Yeah, and going back to what you were saying there, you know, children have trusted adults in their lives. I mean, everything has changed. It's not like when I was growing up as a kid, you know, things have changed so much because of the internet, basically. And there's all these protocols in place. There's, you know, trusted adults are like, they have to go through all the safeguarding protocols. They have to have police checks, etc., etc. So if somebody's interacting with a kid and you're not related to them by blood or anything, then, you know, you have to prove your worth to actually interact with that child. That's what all these safeguarding protocols are there for. And the fact that he's going against terms of service on TikTok by actually pretending to be somebody that he's not, you know, that's obviously a no-no anyway. But just the idea that somebody of that age can think that it's justified, because in his mind, as a flat earther, well, let's not forget this, in his mind, the system is against everybody. And in his mind, he's justifying himself in talking to these children to correct the mistakes of the elites. So the elites are the ones that are corrupting the minds of the children. And he, in his deluded mind, is actually balancing the scales by giving them a balanced argument. So instead of just hearing the one-sided, instead of hearing just one side of the argument, he wants to present his side too. So he obviously failed in bringing flat Earth into the education system through his thesis stuff. And
thesis.
And now he's trying it a different way. And I think
I want to know where the conversation comes from. Like, which Like, what would be the subject matter of the TikTok that you would just drop that dynamite underneath? Like, hey, psst, hey, you ever thought of advanced physics? Yeah, I know we're only 11, but just, something I was thinking about.
Yeah, that's the thing. To be honest, what 11-year-old is searching TikTok for, Newton versus Einstein and if the earth is flat? 11-year-olds are searching TikTok for a kid eating a burger going "boiger" and a monkey written with an E. That's the humor that they want,
Or they're getting the teenagers like sitting around the fire, eyes as red as the fucking demon. They're as a demon. They're like, man, did you ever wonder if like the earth is flat, man? Oh my God, right? I saw that. Everybody just pointing, and then they're telling stories. The girls are rolling their eyes. Nobody's getting laid now. So that's how that night went. Yeah.
Draco
So
Fire
do you think-
for $5 says, am I hallucinating, or does this actually say that Riley is pretending to be a child in order to... Oh, it's cut off. In order to target
he's a
children.
child.
Are you serious right
mentally,
now?
sorry.
Yes, it does absolutely say that, Draco. You are absolutely right. Riley is on TikTok pretending to be a child to target children for Flat Earth. And,
It goes further than that. Think about this, Craig. Think about it from his reasoning. Why would he need to pretend to be a child? Why? Just think of that first and foremost. Why would he? Is that because if he acted the age as a man, tried to talk to those children, that the children wouldn't want to speak to him in the first place?
probably
So
he knows that,
he's
yeah.
doing something wrong. He must know he's doing something wrong. He must.
Well,
know
when you're
that the
wearing your
children
underwear
won't-
on the outside of your pants, it stands pretty, like we tell our kids to watch out for that shit.
Yeah. That could be a skit going forward, actually.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is the parent's responsibility of talking to your kids about online safety. The thing is, we cannot monitor our kids' online activity 24 hours a day. In this day and age, that is not possible. Plus, you need to give your kids privacy. What you need to do is teach your kids what is right and wrong and what to look out for, and hope that they take that on board. Reiterate what is safe and what isn't. My boy, I would like to think, if he saw someone online, trying to say these stupid things, that he's smart enough to be like, yeah, whatever, go away, you idiot. But he's also smart enough to, stay away from the actual sexual predators and stuff, because I've warned him about things like this. But he's trying to get around not only the protocols that schools and everything put in place, but he's trying to get around what the parents tell their kids. Because we've told our kids to look out for the adults and stuff like that, right? But then he's trying to get around what we're teaching our kids by pretending to be another kid. And how do you fight something like that apart from educating your child on what is physics? But I mean,
they used to drag them out back when they found them, and they would make an example out of them. And I will let you use your imagination as to how that ended in different ways, different vents, I imagine. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't want to get you demonetized. We live in a world where we're not allowed to do that anymore. So, which may or may not have worked out in my favor once or twice in my life, not for sexual predator reasons or anything. That would be a long shot, or child reasons. It'd be more like
someone's going to clip
drag
that.
him out back and. No shit, eh? Well, you know what? I'm not on Twitter these days anyway, so Unirock's basically a non-existent human now to me.
What's a
He can say
Unirock?
whatever he fucking wants.
Sounds gross.
Yeah, exactly, right? Well, it's something to do with one testicle. I'm not sure. Anyways, all I'm trying to get at here is, I don't know. Lost my train of thought because we talked too much.
Right, anyway, Brendan Cuskelly, thank you very much.
ADHD to the rescue. Sorry.
50 Australian dollars there. It says, take him out back and give him the treatment. Now, obviously, I would never encourage violence against another person. It makes me angry as a parent, and I don't know what I would do in that situation. But, I would never encourage it. But the thing is, it doesn't change the fact that if he does this to the wrong person, whose parent is, determined enough to find out who this is, it could go very badly for him. He's not just endangering the kids by introducing them to stupidity, but he's endangering himself. Because you do this to the wrong kid's dad, and that kid's dad is going to prison.
I was laughing at how my ADHD can push me right into a verbal corner. It's so funny. I was just having my own moment here, just being like, woo! That's why I run a delay.
Well,
It's like Tourette's over here some days. Oh well, move forward with my life.
look at it.
People are like, did you hear that? We can edit that all we want.
No, we can't edit any of it. It's all staying on there forever, Brainy. Sorry, what you saying,
Oh,
Randy?
no. I'm saying we can take that apart. There was enough pauses in my sentence that we can work that cherry any way we cut it.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can obviously we can talk about it and we can be appalled by it, and I know that the community at large is really pissed off about this. I mean, from the comments that I've had on my own channel,
of course we are.
You know, and I know that there's been a couple of other streams that have brought this up too, specifically about this. So I know that the community is really pissed off with it. But let's be clear that I know people have contacted the authorities on this. I know that the NSPCC has been contacted, and I know that they are incredibly interested in this story. Have arranged to take all the documentation and want to file a police report about this. This is what they have told one of the people that has actually reported him to them. So that's going down tomorrow evening. So
I'm genuinely
that,
considering taking this to the press like tomorrow. Like I think this would be something that a national newspaper would latch onto.
Well, the bigger scale of this is not to be forgotten, which is that there was a YouTube video put out around about a month ago for content creators, which was explaining the monetary side of things, which is if you are a debunker, you're likely to get your channel monetized. But if you are a conspiracy theorist, you're likely to maybe not get monetized or have them limited. But they were yet to actually just formulate who was going to be in that category. Well, if this does get national traction, if it does get to the national level, then I have a feeling that YouTube will not want to monetize any flat earth videos out there at all, which is directly going to affect channels like Nathan Oakley, Globebusters, you name it, you know, they're all out there. So
or sometimes they make a big brush when they start painting. Sometimes they slop that shit on when they let that algorithm start painting. But oh well.
with the police as well, let's not forget what they do. So when, you know, if the police do get involved, which I suspect they will do, at least to give him a tap on the shoulder to find out what's going on, because it's a child report, what they will do, they will take his laptop, they'll take his PC, they will take his mobile phone, and they will be going through absolutely everything forensically. That's what they have to do by law. So he's
the audio of him peeing.
He's opened himself up to this.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see any other way than this going badly for him legally. And I think, you know, we were talking about this before we went live. It could end up with him having an order to not go on the internet, you know, not being allowed near schools. Again, we're not saying that this is sexual on his part in any way. You know, we are not calling Anthony Riley a pedophile. You know, that needs to be made very clear. But that doesn't change the fact that he is preying on children, and that can come with some serious consequences. Some very, very serious consequences that can affect not just his life, but doesn't he live with a woman? You know, that those restrictions on him would end up affecting anyone that he's living with. You know, you probably wouldn't be able to be near schools and stuff. We all know he's stupid. He was literally voted officially the stupidest person in the world in 2019. But this is on another level of stupid. You know, this is literally opening yourself up to legal problems and life problems that aren't easy to shake off. Wow. I've just realized that Sleeping Warrior is dumber than I thought in the first place. That's impressive.
Well, the fact that he actually brought this to the attention to the world himself, and he verbalized it, and he's actually doubled down on the reasons for this. In his mind, like I said, he thinks that he's fighting the system, and that, but he's obligated by his inner conscience to actually behave this way. This is what his excuse is. And I know that if he gets pulled in by the police, he will say, look, those kids are being indoctrinated, and I'm giving them a balanced argument, which is that Einstein this and Newton this and whatever, and this egg disproves Einstein. I mean, they'll fucking lock the guy up. You know what I mean?
Well, we can fucking hope, right? I mean, God.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did actually lock him up. You know,
I would pay so much money to get like the vest camera footage from the police officers that go and arrest him. I would pay good money for that. Not to put online, just so I can personally watch it over and over. Like, if I ever feel bad in life, I just get up the video of Riley being arrested. Oh, yeah, it's right. Life's not that bad.
I think you might only have to camp outside his house for the next 24 hours to actually see that actually happen. Because, once the NSPCC contact the police, it won't take them long to actually get around there and knock on his door.
Yeah.
So,
it's quite scary that he thinks that this is okay. And I was kind of talking about this a bit yesterday with Schrodinger, that it's stupid people, the actual low intelligence people that think behaving like this is okay. They think it's okay to be like this, to be homophobic, to be transphobic, to question, school shootings and stuff. That they don't see a problem in it because they're literally too dumb to have the mental fortitude to realize that they're being, inappropriate. They're too stupid to realize that.
People who lost their children at a daycare shooting, like literally running up to them and telling them they're actors and that their children, they're liars. Yeah. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh my god,
so much.
It's so bad.
Brendan Cuschetti says for $10, just so you know, I'm a father too, and I would never promote violence, but this does make me angry. Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same. I would never promote violence, but
I think we're all in the same boat. That's all I was saying. Exactly.
Like with this and with Nathan Thompson shouting at your kid at school, if that happened in front of me as a parent, some bad things might happen. And that's just because you want to protect your child as a parent. And you do this to the wrong, especially living in America like Nathan Thompson. Not so much Riley living here. We get told off having pointy sticks. But, in America, like Nathan Thompson could easily get shot by shouting at someone's child. And it's the fact that, oh my God.
Well, I think the community here, we can be outraged, yeah, but what's the reason for exposing Riley like this? What is the reason for that? Well, first and foremost, it's to tell him and the rest of whoever it is that he's doing with this that the community doesn't appreciate this. The community finds it abhorrent.
We can't prove what I'm about to say, but people like Bev, has no issue throwing children out into that.
Oh yeah, he's always tried to have his disabled child involved, and that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Flat earthers don't realize that their behavior is wrong. And Alan Rhodes in the chat says, I think it needs to be pointed out that it's not just Riley, and I think you touched on this, Ranty, that it's a gang. It's literally a grooming gang. And that sounds really quite scary as something that we are dealing with because of Flat Earth.
The groomers.
Now,
the good thing is that when the police take his equipment, they will be able to source and find out who else is involved in this, because they will be able to dig it all up. So that gang will be found. Whoever it is that's involved with this will be, they'll be brought to task with him.
Yeah, if there's authorities looking into it.
It'll be a huge scandal, I should think.
Yeah, I think, what I am. I'm going to go to the press tomorrow with this entire story. I'll mention you, Ranty, as well. Say that you're the one that brought it to my attention. Get both our channels in the paper.
You should say I hung out and reported it with you.
There was a beaver there or something. I don't know, a wombat or something was hanging around. I'm not sure.
Beaver. Everybody needs to tune in to see this shit. It is wild.
Flamo says
about the team of debunkers that constantly thwart them, almost like the Scooby Gang.
When I tell the press, it'll be FTFE, Flerfs, and others. A Flamo for $5 says, why does a woman choose to live with Sleeping Warrior? Are all of the incels wait, what's the rest of that? Are all the incels
taken?
Are all of the incels really worse than dumb fuck of the year? I don't know. Everyone's got tastes, and someone's going to find Riley attractive, but
clearly he has a 20-inch dick. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, he could lick his own eyebrows or something, because there's no personality there.
That's exactly what I was getting at. That thing is huge.
So, I wanted to also say, there was also a part of his response there that tells us that the debunkers on YouTube are actually winning, which is why he's decided to get off of YouTube and go over to TikTok, and the rest of them too. Let me just read that out. It says, the best thing is we are on there and applying the troll tactics learnt on YouTube. We act as children and talk about how our teacher was cornered when we asked him these questions. So you scummy trolls will never be able to find us, right? So what's that saying? That's telling us that he's terrified of us trolls, right?
Yeah.
Actually responding and debunking their claims. So what they've decided to do is create names that we'll never find them with, avoid all the adults over on YouTube, go to the children directly because they know that they don't have the protections that children may have on YouTube, with us being the actual people here that are actually defending, the truth. And so he's decided to fuck off over there and, avoid us, to get away from us because he can't handle the heat anymore.
Now, I see my my bot that I created, Gary Webanengo, has been activated in the chat. If someone could, don't time out the bot, but if someone could ask the bot what the bot thinks of Riley's actions, I'll see if the response that I programmed works. Try not to get too... But the Gary Webanengo bot, it comes into chat sometimes. I programmed it, and it's got some standard responses that it goes through. It talks about perspective and vision, the vanishing point and things like that.
He's so predictable. You programmed a fucking bot for him.
No, I'm r/whoosh. I'm pretending that Gary Webanengo is a bot.
God.
It literally is Gary.
Sorry.
Yeah. r/whoosh breeder.
He'll say is, well, it depends what perspective you're looking at this from.
Yeah.
From the flat Earth perspective, this is fine, and from the globe Earth perspective, it's not fine. That's
yeah, but okay, we don't need to look at this from a flat Earth or a globe Earth perspective. We need to look at this from an ethical perspective. Is pretending to be a child to get information across to another child okay? And the easy answer there is no, of course it's fucking not okay. Not in any world is that okay. And the fact that he doesn't have the mental ability to see how wrong what he is doing genuinely makes me scared that he is allowed to operate as a fully functioning adult in society. Like, Gerard Siddick for €5 says, Andrew said, wait, he tells kids about flat Earth. And you all think that's criminal. What?
No, he pretends to be a child while he talks to other children and tells them about flat Earth. He can pretend to be the fat 40-something-year-old he is, all he wants to be. Or he can, on his own time, to pretend to be a pretty little girl or a princess or a fucking flat earther or whatever he wants to be. But he can't go on a service and to pretend to be children talking to children. I mean, that's fucking creepy. Like, if I'm like ever talking to a kid, it's like you like step back, it's like look around, it's like, okay, so I'm just gonna make sure there's like 6 feet, 7 feet between us. Good, pleased to meet you, sir. Like you keep it kind of simple, right? Okay, good. Now I gotta get the fuck out of here before somebody thinks I'm trying to like groom you or something. Like, it's like it feels weird when you're talking to a child and like there's nobody there to monitor it.
Yeah,
because you're like, I'm just gonna fucking walk away as quick as I can from this because I don't want to be that guy talking to kids, people's kids.
A simple picture out of context, could ruin you.
No shit. Guy just thinks you're talking his little 4-year-old, because it happens. You're a technician in a house. They walk up and they start talking to you. They'll come and find you in the mechanical room and chat with you because they're curious and everything. And you just try to keep it simple. Oh yeah, you know what, little guy? That's just those are my. Oh, you know what? Watch that. You don't want to bump into that. Hey, you know what? Why don't you hop on out of here so that I don't get in fucking trouble? Like, you just never know. Somebody's like, fuck, what were you doing back there? I was like, I was in my fucking corner. Your kid was talking. Yeah. Of course, I was probably talking to. You know me.
Lord of Luminous Poof $2 says, this makes the barbarian in me want to rage. And then for another $2 says, as a father, I'll advocate violence. Like I said, I would never advocate violence against another person, at least in public. But what he is doing is asking for violence to be brought upon him. I'm not doing it, and I'm not saying that anybody should do it. Do not go and harass somebody because of what they've said online. But there are people who will do that. There are people that that purposely set up traps for child predators to get them so that they can beat them up and stuff. You know, he is inviting violence upon himself by doing this. He's not just putting kids at danger. He's putting himself and his grooming gang at danger.
There's imagining Irish Demon hammering his keys on the other side right now, going, "Fucking sleeping, fucking warrior." He's trying to, because didn't he do like kind of like little investigative thing? Like, and I say it little and not like belittle it. Like, I think he legit did that, did he not? Where he would track people a bit and find them and call them out for like talking to kids or something. I can't remember if I'm talking about the right
I'm not
person.
sure.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Irish Demon.
Yeah, he did do a bit of that, did he not?
Yeah, he caught predators before, so...
Yeah, I think that's what he used to do a bit of. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm sure that he's moved back from Australia now. He's back in Ireland, so it's literally just a ferry ride across.
So now he's on TikTok talking to the kids, the people pretending to be kids. On, oh my God, it's just gone third level. We just like fourth walled it. Anyways,
and I believe Irish Demon's like 6'8" or something. He's some kind of giant.
Fuck off! He looks tiny.
I think he's about 8 foot.
Yeah.
And he's got hands as big as Ray Clemens.
Okay, now we're making things up.
Yeah, seriously, Brainy, you need to stop like thinking I'm being serious when we talk. Draco Fire.
Well, he's the one that said 8 feet, not you.
Draco Fire for 500 Japanese yen says, personally, as a minor, I'd never listen to someone my own age. Sounds counterproductive. Yeah. As a father of a nearly 13-year-old and a 7-year-old, kids are fucking stupid. But kids are so stupid that they probably won't realize that other kids are just as stupid. So they might listen to them. Well, and there is...
peers, you know?
Yeah, peer pressure is a thing. Oh my God! You know, what if the cool kid at school turns up with their Flat Earth TikTok? All their little gang are gonna then be little Flat Earth kids because the cool kid is a Flat Earth kid. You know,
is Riley back there?
I mean, I'm sure Riley was never the cool kid at school. I don't think of all the infinite universes there definitely is. Riley is not the cool kid in any of them.
So wait, has any one of us gone to TikTok and typed the words "flat Earth" to see what comes? Is it just a bunch of like videos of?
That's what we're gonna have a look at.
Cap videos and shit, right? Oh God.
I thought once we finished talking about it, we could have a look at. And scarily, there is an awful lot of content on TikTok that is flat Earth. Luckily and very happily, the top video that appears to be about flat Earth is a debunking video by some awesome. We watched that actually because he's amazing the way he debunks them. But there is a lot of them are like just Eric Dubé clips cut up into 30-second segments and stuff. And but I thought we could have a look at see what's there because I think if all the kids are using TikTok and the flat earthers are targeting it, then we need to counter that. In a non-scummy way. Nobody, let me make this very clear to all my followers, nobody is to go on TikTok and pretend to be a child to convert them back to the globe, okay? That is not to happen. Go on TikTok and be yourself. Make your own video on TikTok debunking the TikTok videos that are there. TikTok have got that, the duo feature, right? Where you can choose to duo a video where you watch the video and then talk about it or do it at the same time. I don't really understand TikTok. Does anyone understand TikTok?
I'm a young blonde-haired hockey player. Okay, thank you. You
look like Justin Bieber Justin Bieber went to Burger King a few too many times.
Can you send me that wig? I could do with that actually.
It's a good wig actually.
Can I get a shout out for my channel, by the way?
Of course you can.
Can I plug it?
Yeah, I am going to put the link in the description. So please do. While I get TikTok set up, please do plug your channel and let everyone know what you're doing over there.
Okay.
You should record all three of us dancing for your first TikTok on your screen. Is what you should do.
So yeah, go and subscribe to Flerfs. That's my new channel. If you haven't already. I've got, I don't know how many videos out now, maybe 30 or something like that, but they seem to go down quite well. Quite funny, I think. Good debunking ones, bit out there. So I'm 40 subscribers short of 5,000 currently.
Yeah.
Which is not too bad.
There is 441 watching right now. If just 10% of you that aren't subscribed to Ranty, please go and subscribe to Flerfs. then he'll hit his 5K. And I remember hitting my 5K. It was a massive moment. So if you really want to help Rant, and he deserves it because he's had a tough journey, a lot of shit thrown at him from people that he thought were friends and colleagues, and acquaintances. He's been treated really badly by those people, and he's come over to here and he's worked really hard to help people realize the mistakes that he made as a flat earther and how to avoid those. So if you want to support what he does, he's hilarious, he's informative, one of the best debunkers, the actual debunkers that I've seen on YouTube against flat earth is Flerfs, is Ranty. So if you want to see some awesome content, please go and help Ranty hit that 5K mark. Amy Hogan, thank you very much, is posting the link to Ranty's new channel in the chat. Please, as a personal favor to me, if you aren't subscribed to Ranty, go and smash that subscribe button right now. It would make me very happy to see him pass that 5K mark.
And it would be me as well. Thank you very much for the super plug there. I do appreciate that.
I love what you do, honestly. What you got coming up?
Oh, I've got fact checking flat Earth. That's going to be a new series that I'm doing. So I'm going to do maybe a 4 or 5 minute video, which is just a certain subject inside of the flat Earth, whether it's Coriolis or something, and I'm going to fact check it against known science. So that's going to be a series that's coming up.
Nice.
I've got the alter ego, which is going to be the funny skit between Ranty the flat earther and Flerfs the globe earther, and we're going to have these. He's going to be my twin, and I'm obviously going to be the voice of reason. He's going to be the absolute lunatic. And
that sounds fun.
Complete piss out of myself. He's going to make up all kinds of stupid stuff, and it's up to Flerfs to bring him back to reality. And so that's another one. And we've also got the comment debunkers series, which I've done a few of them up to now. But basically, go to somebody's video, and all the great comments on there that have been overlooked by the content creator. So let's suppose Sleeping Warriors put a video out about Coriolis, and you've got somebody there that's debunked it, just a name without actually somebody with a channel. So rather than have their beautiful comment go to waste, I'm going to verbalize that comment and put it to the content creator and say, you better address this because this comment you've just completely ignored. Why have you done that? You know.
According to my chat, you've just hit 5K.
Woohoo!
Boom.
There
we go.
That's the way to do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations, dude. You really deserve it. I'm really happy to see you come back to this side and build your community so quickly. And I am really enjoying what you're doing. And we are, the stuff that we've talked about today with what Riley said, and we're going to have a look at some TikTok videos in a minute, but you and I, Ranty, we're going to do an episode of Flerfs Are Idiots together covering this. I think that is actually quite an important video to do, and, you know, let's face it, flat earthers target kids on TikTok. That's got viral written all over it, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well done on 5K. Brady, what about you? What you got coming up? You were saying you've got a video due to be released. You've just finished editing, right?
Yes, it's I haven't titled it yet, actually, but even it just came out of it just birthed before I came live with you. Yeah, it's remote viewers. So, like, you know, there's a lot of like I mean, it's basically like, do you remember South Park where Cartman was like fried chicken with syrup on top? It's basically that kind of thing going on, except like people that are either think they can, or what's more likely is pretending they can. So cool. Yeah, Nazi bases in Antarctica, you know.
Nazi bases in Antarctica. You know? Those Nazis, they get everywhere, don't they?
Oh yeah, Nazis. It's always got to be those damn Nazis, you know.
Brainy and I are also, my next episode of the Level Debunk, Brainy and I are working on together. So that'll be out once we've, you know, sorted that out. So give it, I don't know, 6 months or something.
Just finished my episode, so I'm gonna. I mean, I hope it'd be quicker than that, but yeah, I just got to start hammering at that now. I was watching a little bit of our segment. That's funny shit.
Oh, it's a good 10 minutes. It's minute 30 to 40. And that's some good shit right there. MC Toon is just coming in, and I would love to get his opinion on what has been going on with Ranty. Brainy and I are also my next episode of the. Hello, MC Toon. How the devil are you?
What is up?
So, you are also a father, aren't you?
Rumor has it, yes.
So that being said,
just 33 kids.
how does this make you feel?
Oh yeah, makes me want to deliver a beatdown to somebody.
Oh yeah. Sorry, the way you said.
Any idea how much I would pay to see MC Toon delivering a beatdown to somebody? Like, shut up and take my money.
All those years of martial arts training would finally come to a reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be lovely, Ranty?
Yes.
Well, he'd argue with you when you told him to F off. You'd get lit. Like,
No,
that's the problem.
He'd be like, that's not how you make a fist. That's not how you hit someone properly. According to this definition of punching.
Like, you're dealing with my kid, which is going to make my blood boil already, and then you don't listen at all. It's just going to go very quickly.
I want to see him make a fist like this.
Yeah. Then let him hit you. Let him hit you after that. Yeah.
Put him up.
Thumbs right in the middle there. Break those thumbs on your own. Oh, that'd be lovely.
It's like Ranty and I were saying. It's not just Riley. It's a grooming gang. It's him and a group of other people that are literally pretending to be kids on TikTok. Do any of your kids use TikTok?
Yeah,
not old enough here.
A few of them, they not a whole lot, but yeah, they do. It passes the time. It's like, I don't know what to do. I'll just watch dumb stuff. And I've challenged a few TikTokers because I have an account on there, and they will not engage. It's such a limited format, right? You only have this short video time, and then the chats are super limited. It's like half of what Twitter used to be, basically. So you can't engage with somebody and have a conversation with them, right? So all they have is it looks flat, and that's it. That's their mindset. So it's tough.
Yeah, and a lot of the TikTok stuff is them just kind of cutting up level into 15-minute segments and posting it and things like that. They don't really seem to respond to comments. But I have seen some channels saying that they want to debate Blow Earthers and things like that. So there might be some targets on there, but
bring it.
Yeah. How
does it already speak
the new guy?
Oh shit! I'm blinking here.
How
doesn't it already speak something to you though when they're using such a limited service like that? It's almost like the attention span isn't long enough for a regular debate. Anyways,
yeah, we all know
am I
that
judging
attention spans are
TikTokers
quite
or
low.
am I?
Maybe TikTok makes sense for flat earthers because it's all about limited attention spans and stuff, right?
Yeah, their evidence is meme deep.
Yeah.
Right. You ever watch them? They do their shotgun style where they have 20 different proofs in 3 minutes. And that's the depth of their explanation for it. If you ask them to give more information, like, well, no, that's it. That's all I have. Like, that's not
that was what
science.
They researched on Google and YouTube for a few minutes.
It could be that
what gets me
just ideal for flat earthers then in that respect, in that because you only get like a 1 minute limit to a video, you can't
tear them apart.
You can talk about Coriolis for 1 minute, and give them the reasons why, and then it ends.
Yeah, I actually think responding to the short content stuff on TikTok is going to be quite easy. I'm going to be launching videos that Mrs. Fight is going to be starring in, just debunking the stuff on TikTok. She's going to be the TikTok branch of FTFE. Because the video she did was so much better than me being in the videos, according to everyone that watched it. Thanks for that, guys. You prefer my wife to me. I'll face it. I do prefer my wife to me as well. She is the better looking one.
Don't make me bring out the photos we edited. You were beautiful. Okay, I want you to know this.
I think
I did see.
I think Fight should run a poll, and he should ask the audience on a poll.
Yeah, I think the next time you ask Fight to run a poll, you got to watch out for the picture I was about to throw up.
What have I got? What's the poll got to be on? I've got a poll up at the moment which says, "Should Riley be arrested for this?"
This is This is. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now. It's apparently
Craig's
freaking
face
out.
on. Oh.
Okay, well, apparently I am having problems.
It's all right. We all know
Craig.
you're having
That's
problems,
Craig.
Brainy. That's exactly what I look like.
Female Craig. Okay.
Well,
If I never grab the photo again. Here we go. There we go. There she is. He is gorgeous. Okay.
I just want everyone to notice how quickly Brainy was able to pull out that picture of me. Almost as though
it was on the hot bar.
Yeah, almost as though it's on somewhere that just comes up quickly, so that when he needs it for 30 seconds, it's just there and ready.
Listen, the key word was come. Okay, you said it. Don't excite me.
Speed dial, mate. Speed dial.
30 seconds. That's you're giving him a little credit there.
Hey, listen. My road rash is none of your damn business. Okay, MC Tune.
Garrett Sig says, I will support Ranty if he apologizes for having allowed his Flat Earth sharks to time me out when I did nothing but repeating comments that were deleted for no good reason. I'm guessing that he went on your channel when you were doing Flat Earth stuff and he got timed out for that.
I have absolutely no idea who that is. Who was it?
Gerard Selig.
Crikey, yeah, I do remember him, but that was a long time ago. Crikey, yeah, I apologise then if my Flat Earth friends timed you out.
What? I'd like a lot of people in this community to pay attention. That is what an apology is like. Sincere, just there, and why is apologizing so hard sometimes? Thank you for that, Ranty. You didn't need to. I mean, you can't really be responsible for the mods on your channel and stuff, but you're a good man. That's what I've got to say about that.
Well, let's not forget why we're here, though, right? So let's just clarify it down into brass tacks, which is that if Riley wants to go on to TikTok with his friends and he wants to create accounts over there and speak to children, he needs to do it as an adult, as a 41-year-old man, under the name Sleeping Warrior or Anthony Riley or whatever name he wants to give himself, but under no illusions pretending to be a child at school, so that he can actually speak to the children on their level. So it's not just, it's the devious nature of what he's doing. And he knows it's wrong by the fact that he has to act like a child to speak to a child, because the children obviously wouldn't want to speak to an adult, right?
Yeah,
That's why he's pretending to be a child.
I mean, I imagine in general, most people wouldn't want to talk to Anthony Riley. If you were at a party, right, and Riley came and sat next to you, you'd be like, oh, look at that, it's time, I've got to get home. The wife is, I'm washing my hair, the oven's on, the stove, there's gas, see you later.
I cut my foot earlier and my shoes filling with blood. Can I go?
Yeah. So I imagine Riley would try and be anyone but himself as often as he could, right?
Yes.
But
I mean, the Flat Earthers live in a fantasy world already.
Yeah, we all know that. One of the hardest things for me about this, though, is that just as a normal, caring, empathetic human being, I find it hard how he comprehends thinking that this is okay, right? Because, all right, let's say that I wrote that and that was my intention. I would be very, very aware that what I was doing is not okay. And again, we're not calling Riley a sexual predator. We're not calling him a pedophile. But I think when sexual predators groom children, and they're very aware that what they are doing is wrong, which is why they have to be so secretive and stuff about it. But I genuinely don't think that Riley realizes that what he is doing is wrong. And that's one of the things that scares me the most.
As I said before, he's trying to, the flat earthers are justifying it as a means to bypass the elites, right? So the elites who are controlling the education system, who are brainwashing the children, in their minds, they feel that the only way that they can actually get to the children and get to the young and the impressionable minds is by doing things like this, by being underhand, by bypassing the protocols that are put in place to protect children, the safeguarding measures that are put in place. So if they can bypass that and they can actually then get to the children, they can give a counterbalance to the arguments that they're hearing from the classroom. Well, that's terrible for the schooling of that child. Terrible for their education. Terrible. and for their future.
Their entire future. Because I've said this many times before. If you are a flat earther, you don't just believe the earth is flat, but you believe that everyone is lying to you, because they have to be. Every teacher, every pilot, every boat captain, every educator of any type, every scientist, every person in government, everyone has to be absolutely lying to you. And as a child, to have that kind of mindset, that view on the world, is a dangerous thing and will set you up for an awful, awful life. And yeah, 100%. We all have fun with this, all four of us here, right? We have a lot of fun with debunking flat earth and calling them idiots and stuff, because they are, and it can be hilarious. But there is a side to it where you get, that's a line you don't cross, and that's what Riley's done. He's crossed that line, and it's not the first time that he's crossed that line. Riley, as a person, should have the ability to be on the internet taken away from him, in my opinion. He is not someone that is safe to be around other people in an impressionable type of world. It scares the fuck out of me, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what you should have done is ahead of time, I would say that I was going to say you could, but I guess Sleepy'd be the best person to pitch this. I mean, really, this is like the perfect advertisement for NordVPN. He should look for a sponsorship.
Yeah.
If you're trying to talk to children on
what? Don't give them ideas.
Well, I don't think NordVPN, let me tell you right now, you and I both know, I don't think NordVPN is stopping a government that wants you for child stuff. That's my understanding. So
you should make an infomercial for NordVPN from Sleeping Warrior.
Yeah,
there's a video for you.
Well, I guess that's one of the things that are going in our video, Ranty. Right.
I think even I couldn't scrape that barrel. But,
Brainy, you can do that skit to go in mine and Ranty's video, all right?
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Jeez, that is a good idea.
Garrett Sillick for another €5 says, thank you, Ranty, for the apology. We finally settled that. I do love seeing people make up. Oh, warms my cold heart. Toon, we were going to have a look at some of the flat earth stuff on TikTok. Before we do that, I asked the others, so what have you got coming up on your channel?
Tomorrow I've got sex with aliens. I mean, a video on a guy that says he's had sex with aliens.
Hey, hold on a minute. Hold on. How? Okay, so I got questions. Okay, we've got this wholesome buttercup of a channel down here. It's like you need a swear jar to accompany you when you come.
That reminds me,
I'm
you
talking
owe
about
me,
you,
Brady.
FTFE.
Yeah, your bill was $7,000, Brady. All right, never mind. Keep going.
All I was gonna say is you've got this sweet channel where it's got like a swear jar that every person grabs a swear jar on the way in so that they can have it with them in case they're a naughty boy, and then here you are having ovipositors and shit on your show now. It's become
I'm sorry.
overnight.
I mean, again, I know there's an infinite amount of universes. I just did not think in any of those. When I asked MC Toon what's coming up on your channel, his response would be sex with aliens.
See, this is what I'm saying. Exactly. We're both having the same moment. That's all I'm getting at here.
Yep.
I was a little surprised.
You are MC Toon. Did I send the invite to the wrong person? This is an OnlyFans,
leave the
right?
swear jar at the side on that episode. That's going to be a fun episode. You should just let us be really, really colorful.
Yep. Don't worry. That I X'd out all of the anything. Okay, there isn't even any.
I mean,
I have pretty robust filters, but that's only to protect my channel.
Seriously, this guy says that.
Do the female aliens have boobs?
Hey, look up ovipositing if you don't know what I'm talking about. Just so you know, I'm not going to leave it there. But ovipositing, just look it up. If you don't know what it is, you'll have fun.
So, question. I love that.
No, FTFE, look up ovipositing without your screen showing. Just that's all I
don't want to. I must say I'm scared.
Oh, he's doing it. This son of a bitch has already got it on his phone.
Public service announcement. If Brainy tells you to Google something, don't Google it.
Don't ever Google it.
I've never told anybody to Google blue waffles. I was a victim of that one.
Oh, I have had the pleasure of introducing people to Two Girls One Cup, and they didn't realize
If you've seen it, it stays with you forever. I don't care if it's fake or not.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care. It stays with you.
Um,
Probably
okay.
like seeing a dead body, I imagine.
So let's say
I mean,
in a world where aliens are here and we're all friendly and everything, and there's an alien that looks almost human, would you, MC Toon?
Would I?
Yeah. So let's take
that's a
just
good question.
How almost human?
Blue,
She's
three
purple,
eyes,
though. Yeah, exactly. See,
Yeah.
blue, 3 eyes,
Is it-
3 boobs, but relatively human.
Like Schwarzenegger movie, Total Recall.
or like the green chick on Star Trek, the beginning of the new Star Trek.
The green chick.
Well, the new 2009 Star Trek, he's got the green chick,
the
and
Orion.
Uhura's roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Uhura's roommate at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, Orion.
Or is she blue? She's green, I think.
I don't know. Anyway,
Well,
That's cute as shit.
followed by a live stream right after with a couple people that helped me investigate it. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. It's
Is there any
24-minute
chance of
video.
a debate with this guy?
Oh, I'm gonna invite him on, but there's no chance he'll come on.
I would love that.
No
That would
chance.
be
No
hilarious.
chance he'll come on. He's obviously not a flat earther.
No, because
Yeah,
he
there's a
thinks
whole-
aliens are there.
There's a whole taxonomy of aliens. There's Pleiadians and there's reptilians, and I mean,
If this is, I'm gonna tell you right now, if this is the conversation that you're having with a dude, then the word ovipositing will come up.
yeah.
Okay, 100%.
So,
It's a fetish that some people have. It's very odd.
Ranty, you've
It's
come
very
back from
single
the
aliens.
you've come back from the flat Earth to globe Earth. What's your general view on cosmology, though? Do you think there's a big wide universe out there, like we're
Yes.
told? Do you think there's a possibility of aliens and stuff?
Yes, I do. Yeah, yeah. I never,
Nice.
even as a flat earther, rejected the idea of aliens and stuff like that. In fact, I actually believed they were real. So again, that would set me different to a lot of the flat earthers out there. But yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, and if there's any single aliens out there, it's been over a year for me, so I don't mind. I'm pretty desperate right now. So
Well, just like
They've
Lord of
taken
the...
off from flat worlds.
I don't even
They
mind
all
if
have
they've
come
only
from
got-
flat turtle worlds.
Oh my God.
Flat turtle worlds. They can have one boob. I don't care. One boob would do me for now.
Just one, as long what is one a minimum. No, less than one,
Just a-
no
It
deal.
does have to have one at least. You know.
Well, if you're looking for boobs, my
Simple man.
mankini finally showed up, but it was a little tight. Okay, so I'm probably gonna wear a pair of shorts and maybe just show off to the boys with a little bit of butt crack.
No, please don't stop.
So
Oh, no, this is a stream. You just need to tune in. You choose whether you want to see.
Lord of Luminous Pooh says for $2, I'd get my Kirk on to boldly go, brother. I mean, let's face it, as the next...
Get my Kirk on.
Yeah, Nate the lawyer. Shout out to Nate the lawyer, by the way. Massive congratulations on your 100,000, buddy. You deserve it with all the work you do. He says for $4.99, sex with aliens is my Star Trek fantasy. To Paul from Star Trek Enterprise, also 7 of 9, but she is human. Yeah, I mean, I think anybody
human.
who's watched
Well-
Enterprise and has seen those scenes with T'Pol and Tucker in the decontamination unit would have sex with an alien. Like,
7. Listen, sort of human. See, listen. Were you questioning that? Because his statement is true. You don't know how scratchy the inside of her vagina might be. Okay,
Well,
there's
then that light's got to go somewhere, right?
There's robotic interfacing that has occurred here, MC Toon.
Well,
don't question that statement. It's scary.
To be fair, the doctor on board Voyager said that he'd removed over 99% of her Borg implants. I think her
that's the one spot where you left a spine. It was terrifying. You're fucking just like a metal burr.
Well, I think at this point I'd have sex with Jabba the Hutt. So yeah.
well,
Oh my
plenty
God.
of folds, I imagine. Lots of things to do. Oh. bleh. But okay, that always got me though about Jabba the Hutt. You know, he had all those girls on chains with sexy bikinis in. Were those girls also forced to? Wait. Okay, how did we go from talking about Riley grooming kids to having sex with Jabba the Hutt? What has happened?
You broke the beaver, motherfucker.
And no, this is why.
damn well.
This is why Mr. Unite for the Children says for $2, look what MC Toon started. It's all your fault.
Actually, it is his fault, isn't it? He's the one that had that sick son of a bitch on his channel. Tomorrow. This is the future.
Yeah, that sounds like a good video tune. Any like step away from flat Earth these days is always a bit refreshing. So talking about a guy who thinks he's had sex with aliens is going to be interesting. Just one question: was on his part the sex consensual?
Nope.
Oh,
Some of it, yes. Some of it, no.
Right. So there's in intergalactic sexual crimes happening here.
Oh, certainly.
Good Lord. I mean, right, here's the thing, right? Aliens have gathered the technology, to travel the, mind-bogglingly large distances between bodies, and they put all that effort into it, and they get here on Earth, and they kidnap people and have sex with them. That doesn't sound right to me.
I'm telling you, look up ovipositing and set your world on fire.
You just can't
okay? No, because I'm telling you, somebody in the audience has already done it, and they were blown away by a whole new world of things they never even considered existing. Because I heard about this, and I was like, wow, that is some crazy shit. It's based around this sex with aliens fetish thing. It's well, he claims it just happened, but you and I both know what happened.
Christ Puncher for $2 says nerds. Abso-fucking-lutely, I'm a nerd, and there is no problem with that. Being a nerd is fun. Being a nerd is, it's a free pass to just act like a child. That's not a toy. It's a collectible. I love my toy.
School book suppository. First of all, nice name. When he says I've had sex with aliens, does he just mean he touched himself while watching the James Cameron movie?
Jason,
Aliens of the Deep. Is that the one?
He was 5 years old.
Jason Hyatt for $5 Canadian
that's the
says,
stuff.
Yeah.
because sex with Jabba is less than disturbing than Riley. Are you saying sex with Jabba is less disturbing than sex with Riley? I mean, I imagine, yeah. I don't want to think of either of those things, but Eon Dust for $2 says he's not called Brainy Beaver for nothing.
That's right.
Just be Beaver.
Brainy ovopod.
Roby for $5 says you may not.
Sorry, go ahead.
Says you may not like it, but Jabba the Hutt is what peak sex appeal looks like.
Hell yeah. I'm all over that shit, me.
I think Ranty just needs to sell some merch that says "I do Jabba."
I do, Jabba. Yeah.
Wait, somebody in the chats. I was looking at my own stream. Somebody's like, "Do you think?" Or was it the call? Either way, they're like, "Do you think Beaver knows that that's actually a platypus at the start of his streams?" I'm like, yeah, I do. It's part of the joke. Trust me.
Lord Luminous Pooh for $2 says intergalactic sex crimes. What do you call probing? Well, exactly that, I guess. Nate the Lawyer for $1.99 says I would take the chance. I mean, I'd do to Paul. And 7 of 9. Yeah, I mean, don't get me
I'd
wrong.
do Princess Leia. Listen, if I'm going to be honest, I'd do Princess Leia. I have to say, I'm going to push the boat out a bit there. But yeah, Jabba's the main one.
Oh, right. So given the choice between Jabba and Leia, you'd go for Jabba.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously.
What?
Big girls do more things. That's all he's thinking about, MC. Come on, buddy.
I mean,
Well, I've
for
seen
me,
Jabba without clothes on.
I'm
What
sorry,
can I say?
ladies. I'm just kidding. I have to apologize for that one. I don't want it to mean people.
for me, I'd go for the Borg Queen. Actually, I reckon she'd be into some, kinky stuff.
She's pretty pale, though. You might want to get her to get some sun or take some vitamin D if she's not going to. At the very least, it was a lot of veins.
Jackalope Herdmaster for $5
man.
says nothing else to say besides I love watching 4 awesome content creators in the same stream. Oh, what are you watching? Is there something going on right now? Or? Oh, wait.
He's watching Viva La Dirt League. He must be watching.
It's
That's
a link
right.
I want to watch too.
Wait,
Matt,
I have to ask one more question about the Borg Queen, though. The only way, not to be crude, but the only way that would work is when they came along in First Contact and they inserted her into remember how they dropped her in with the spine? That would have to extend all the way down, and there would have to be like a a vagina at the end of it. Otherwise, that was going to be a very
So what you're
horrible,
saying is that the Borg would
having.
have had to have designed a vagina for their queen.
I mean, they have to design one for you if you're going to lay with her. Let's put it that way.
It wouldn't be a very big one, though.
This is just giving a whole new meaning to the word assimilation.
A mini vagina.
Oh, shit. That's so funny.
Lord of Luminous Pooh for $2 says, I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. Boom. Right, so in 45...
I don't want to say the V word. It's a scary word to men, It has... It's like, it's got so much power, That's what they want us to think anyways.
In 45 minutes, I'm going to have PhD Tony debating Mallory, which is going to be, dumpster fire scene from the ISS, possibly. So let's have a look at what Riley's doing, at the videos that he is trying to push on TikTok, because there is actually quite a lot of Flat Earth stuff on TikTok, which is worrying, because the kids are all over it. So if you just search for Flat Earth, you see that actually quite a lot of stuff comes up. Luckily, the top video, which has 6.1 million views, is reasons why the Earth ain't flat.
Be flat. I'm a personally enjoy this shit. Alright, for one, bitch, unless
You'll
you
hear
got
that?
some new form of gravity, gravity as we know it pulls shit to the center. But since the earth flat, right, gravity gonna pull shit to the center of that fucking CD. Which leads me to reason number one. Bitch, all the plants will grow slanted. Fucking plants grow against gravity using negative geotropism. If an orange fell off a tree sideways, it'd hit your ass in the face. Number two, all the water would pool up in the center. Because the only fucking reason rivers flow is because gravity's even pool all around. But since gravity pulling to the center of a fucking CD, all the water gonna turn into a big ball in the center. Please tell me, is it a big ass dome of water somewhere on Earth that I missed? Number three, bitch, all fucking sports play with a ball would be impossible. Because the minute you throw that bitch, it's gonna pull down towards the center of the disc. Cause we live on a fucking plate, remember? Oh, y'all finna fucking hate number four. Number four, damn it, since all the water gonna pool up in a big ass dome in the center, guess what the edge is gonna be? Desert. Antarctica the edge. Alright, fuck gravity. Fuck all that, huh? The edges of the fucking disc would be our deserts. And number five, bitch, going to the edge would be impossible. Cause gravity pulling you towards the center as you get to the edge, which would be the edge of the atmosphere. So by the time you reach the edge of this big ass fucking cake holder we own, bitch, if you slipped and fell just like this, your ass would fall sideways, fast as fuck, across the whole CD. Until you hit a sideways tree or some shit. So yeah, fuck all that. Them my 5 reasons why the earth can't be flat. Y'all follow me though, bro. We just hit 2.4 million. Today I'm gonna.
Someone did that on
He gets a
Kerbal
follow.
Space Program. They actually made a flat Earth like that, and then they flew along it. And that's exactly what it started to do. Is as they got farther and farther to the edge, they had it on gravity orientation mode, right? You have different views.
Yeah.
Like you can be like chased or whatever. One was on gravity orientation. So as they got farther and farther out, it would just start like they were like having to like. Basically, they were flying. They weren't flying level anymore. They started flying. They're flying up, kind of like now with with relation to gravity. By the time they got to the edge, they're like straight up and down because everything's behind them now. Like it's kind of on a slight angle down at that point. But yeah, no, it was kind of neat to see because it's a neat simulation. That game, you can do a lot of things with it.
It's nice to see that the top hit on TikTok is a debunk video. So
It's funny though.
Yeah, I want to see the peer-reviewed papers this guy's written.
Well, the only thing to add to that is the just to clarify though, he's right. He's
like
actually the Antarctica is actually isn't it the driest place on
yeah.
Earth?
Antarctica is the
One of the
biggest
spots?
desert in the world, and the driest desert in the world, and the most likely desert to kill you in the world. So you don't want to go to Antarctica. Like I had a flat.
Everybody thinks the deserts is hot.
I think from this one video, you can clearly tell as well, though, the type of genre and people that it's appealing to. You
Yeah.
can see the difference between the debunkers there and the debunkers on YouTube. I mean, there's a chasm, a huge chasm. Did he say he had 2.4 million subscribers as well?
Yeah,
TikTok
2.4 million
subs are
followers,
not
I think.
equivalent to YouTube subs. Not even close. It's
No.
it's a huge multiple factors difference.
Yeah. But that video's got 5.6 million views, and it is good to see that the top result on TikTok for Flat Earth is the debunking video. Now, we all know that what flat earthers would say. They go, oh, well, gravity isn't real, so all your arguments are bunk anyway. But someone in the chat says that we should get these TikTok creators on, and that sounds like a good idea. They'd probably be up for that. Let's see what actual promoting flat earth stuff there is.
This is actually legit. Are you ready? This guy has undisputable evidence.
Why is it that every single ancient culture in society all depicted the dome and the flat earth? Even the Masons did that.
Did you guys see that? Hold on, let me put on my glasses. That is not a flat earth. It's a photo from NASA of a globe. Look, you can see the continents. And what the fuck is that? What
He's
is
debunking
that?
it. I see.
This has to be one of the most absurd, unsubstantiated TikToks I've ever seen. Guys, depart conspiracy land because you will rot your brain.
Oh, so another one debunking. It's good to see that all the top ones so far seem to be debunking flat earth. What one looks like it's actually a flat earth video?
I think they all got in trouble recently with regards to. I mean, I think they all have to like run algorithms now that are trying to suppress conspiracy theorists.
Well, here we go. Here's one. It says definitive proof that the Earth is flat. 5 days ago. 2.4 million views. Oh well, nice. You know,
Looks like
fisheye lens. Quite clearly.
I mean, it is.
Put a camera on a balloon.
Really,
What the hell's going on?
It's another debunking one, isn't it? So it's really childish videos, isn't it? But it's what it's. You know, this is why. You know, the whole theme of this was about Sleeping Warrior targeting the children, and you can see why it's this sort of content appeals to the kids. You know, because it's young content creators creating funny videos. Right.
Yeah, well, this one's actually a flat earther. That looking at the other stuff they've done, though, they genuinely think that somehow this is evidence that the Earth is flat using a fisheye lens.
What?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
No, see, I've had a look at who they are. So, yeah, well, fisheye lens. That's that debunked. Let's see if there's any other actual flat Earth stuff on here.
So that was obviously Sleeping Warriors video then, yeah? That's
probably
something that he would do, if he was gonna, he would definitely strap the fisheye lens on. Yeah.
That's the garbage level of evidence that he would accept, yeah.
So this one's got 2.3 million views. NASA lies. It's all fake. Wake up.
Oh, these people. All right. First, you'll see it there.
What?
And I put arrows so you can see.
What did we see?
A piece of dirt on the window? Like, what am I looking at there? See that black thing moving?
You can clearly
Oh, there's an
make out
arrow.
that it's a
Oh,
fly.
look. An arrow, people.
Yeah, but look, they're showing a little black ball moving along, but so a piece of dust was floating in the picture
And it
frame,
flies
so...
around,
Yeah.
Gets blurred, and then it's in the shot, and it's walking, and I think it's on the outside of the glass.
Or he's breathed out and pushed away, and now he's about to breathe in and pull it towards himself.
She's saying that's a fly or something on the outside of the glass.
It's ridiculous.
How the fuck has that got 2 million views?
I know, right? Doesn't it depress you all the work we put into our fucking videos?
Yes, it does.
Like, all four of us here, we put in an awful lot of fucking time editing and researching, and they put that up and get fucking 2.3 million views.
Divide by
should be uploading.
Divide by at least 1,000. Probably more like 10,000 to get.
Why do they get different? I don't understand. Can you very quickly explain that to us boomers?
Well, because the videos are less than a minute long. Right? So if you do a video that's 10 minutes long,
auto plays, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and yeah, people just they just sit there up, and they don't need to watch the whole thing to count as a view. So
yeah, so they watch 20 seconds of it and they scroll and you get a view.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I forgot that I put the Gary Webenenga on bot on complain mode. He is going to automatically give a complaint response after, if you time him out. When he comes out of timeout, the automatic response I've programmed is that he will he'll tag me in the chat and say, "Oh, your mod to time me out." It is working as it's supposed to, but try not to time it out because it gets stuck in the loop. If you do time out the Gary Benanga bot, it gets stuck in the loop of saying, "Oh, don't time me out," and then getting timed out, and it kind of ruins the algorithm.
Look, somebody went to a lot of work to program that bot. Like, I'm a programmer. I don't diss on the programmer that wrote that bot.
It's my first attempt at coding. It's my first attempt at coding.
You coded the bot yourself. That's funny.
Pretty good there, Craig.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I've got even ask me for help on that.
No, I know. I just watched some YouTube videos and I became an expert coder because that's exactly how things work.
Are you a very, very expert?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I could hack your Facebook account if I wanted. That's how good I am.
Definitely. Yeah, he made it self-aware. You know.
Yeah.
It's part of Skynet.
Yeah.
So we've got
you're the one.
30 days before it becomes self-aware now.
So there is some basic responses you can get to the Gary bot. If you say things like, boats go over the curve, he goes into a loop talking about perspective and the angular vision of the eye and things like that. There's some basic responses that go around in a loop with that. So you can always have fun with that. Then he complains about being timed out an awful lot. I think I actually did too many commands for that. What's the best way to make it more random?
Well, you need a good random number generator, right? Not just the built-in pseudo random number generator. You need a real one. Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Cool. Not Today Suicide says, is the moon technically in our atmosphere? Technically, yes, but that atmosphere that it is in is an extremely diffuse cloud of hydrogen, less than one part per million. Sorry, what was it? Less than 0.0001 parts per million for where it is. So
wait,
there is...
that's a Gary bot? That Gary Wabinga I'm looking at there is a Gary bot, or is that the real one up there?
Oh my God. Beaver, are you still not getting this?
Oh, no, but... No. Oh, I see. It's actually
r/whoosh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Can I just say regarding the moon though?
Doesn't it show?
Ranty Flat Earth has actually figured out what the moon phases are on Flat Earth.
Oh, what are they?
Yeah. Well, it's actually part of my new skit that I'm going to be doing, and he's going to have figured it all out because he went to the shop one time and he realised that every time he goes, there's just a plethora of cheese in the shops, but it runs out of milk and it runs out of stuff like that. So obviously the moon's made of cheese, and the reason that NASA send the rockets up, it's to obviously harvest the moon. So throughout the month, you'll see that they're chopping away at the moon, and that's why the moon cuts away.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense to me.
And then they bring it all back, and that's why we never run out of cheese. We've always got cheese, and then the moon regrows it all the way up to a full moon, and then NASA goes up again and they harvest it.
I mean, it's...
how do you argue with that?
It's right.
I mean, it beats my other competing theory. I was going with the leading theory of giants dug the moon out of the Grand Canyon, melted it into quartz, and whilst it was still cooling, they filled it with helium, and then put it in the sky to mock us for worshipping the sun. And the reason we get craters is because as the quartz cools, it gets bubbles that pop, and that's why there's craters on the moon.
Oh my God, it's so fun to listen to, but so crazy he believes that. That's why we believed that he had a tumor when we thought we actually had brain cancer or something. We were like, well, that actually makes sense now.
Now
poor guy.
That was something that said to me in the second Flat Earth debate I ever had. And I think 500 debates in, I don't think there's anything that's been more crazy than that. Oh, actually, Why You Are an Idiot said that the moon was Finnair's chew toy. That was a good one.
That's crazier.
Yeah.
That is. Also,
I love the plasma.
How my skit's going to play out is, obviously they've got Harvest Moon. So Ranty's going to actually come across an article that says Harvest Moon, and then he's got to go down to the shop and he's going to see that they've got all the cheese there, and then he's going to put two and two together and realize that NASA are harvesting the moon.
Harvest Moon, harvesting.
Yeah.
It makes absolute sense. 100%.
And that's why we never run out of cheese.
Except at the moment, there is a massive shortage of cheese in the UK.
That's definitely I didn't hear that.
There's a massive shortage of everything everywhere right now. People just haven't figured it out yet.
What I was reading the other day was that literally 2/3 of pigs in the UK are just going to have to be slaughtered with no one to butcher them because there isn't any butchers.
What?
Because
what?
Because of the pingdemic and stuff, there literally isn't enough butchers to do the jobs, and because of the backlog from COVID, it's got to the point now where the pigs are too old to be useful for what they want, and they're just going to have to slaughter a bunch of them, which means that there's going to be a massive shortage of things like bacon over Christmas, and we've been warned that you won't be able to get things like pigs in blankets over Christmas at all.
So no pork o'clock?
Nope. It's pretty dire. People don't, over the next couple of months, we're going to notice more and more shortages of basic things that we're used to having. Don't panic. No one's going to die from starvation and stuff, but you're going to have to start living on a lot more basic things, I think, with what's going on over the next few weeks.
I read this. They said the just-in-time economy has been broken finally by the pandemic, and
yeah, pretty much.
They said start expecting to see shortages and things you didn't normally. My parents were told they had their was it one of their elements broke on their stove. And they went to order a new one. And of course, they were given, with prices rising, they were given a good price. And then, of course, when they checked on, like, well, when's it coming in? They're like, well, we got to look into that. There's some problems. And then, of course, a month goes by. It's like, when's it coming? They're like, okay. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, this was in April, May, I feel like to say. And they were like, okay, so we can have it for you in 2022. But we'll honor the original price. And my parents are like, all right, fine. Because I guess it went up by it doubled almost in price, so they're going to honor the original price. So my parents are waiting a year for a freaking stove, and they did not order something that wipes your ass at the same time as it cooks dinner, which is very unsanitary. I understand, but you never know. Rich people, right?
Okay, a few more super chats.
Add that in. Okay.
No, it was talking about the just-in-time economy. That's where it came from. The reason I put that in there is that
it's because Brainy's got severe ADHD and he goes off on tangents. You just have to smile.
That's not that much of a tangent. You have a dishwasher break. I mean, I had my refrigerator break, and even me, to fix it would have cost a lot of money, and it's not worth it with something that's 30 years old. So even me, though, I had to call every place in the city. And the only one I found that was the right size to fit in the nook in the wall was a display model at this store over here. And I had to pay $600 more than I would have preferred, because that's the world we're living in now.
Yeah, it is a shit world. Roll on Elon Musk, please take me to Mars. Oh, the Gary bot's working perfectly. It's got the response I needed there. Ships don't disappear. Model first.
I'm amazed you were able to program that like that. Fucking FTFE. You're amazing. No, I finally got on board now. God damn it.
Jackalope Herdmaster for $2 says, oh snap, how did that super chat get delivered here? Magic NASA stuff. Philosopher King Gaming for $2 says, have you seen the memulous Flat Earth Facebook troll videos? No, I haven't. I'm currently banned from Facebook because I quoted Desert File.
What? Wait. Wait. Which part of...
What's that?
I quoted Desert File. Everyone knows what Desert File says,
I understand
right?
who Desert File is. I just don't understand what you could have called him retard. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I said
it bad.
I literally said
bad Beaver.
I literally said to quote Desert File and then in quotation marks put gravity, you fucking retard. Gravity. Have you ever heard of gravity? Gravity.
Yeah, they don't like that R word anymore.
Then an hour later, I was banned. But I appealed. It was 30 days. I've appealed it, and now it's down to 7 days. So that's summit, I guess. But Facebook's
and then
like
as soon as you get on, they'll be like, verify your phone number, just like Twitter now.
Probably.
Yeah, they've been bad.
Justin Verrill, $1 New Zealand dollar with no message, thank you. And Lordliness Poof, $2 says, so rat for Christmas. Possibly. It might be worth buying pork or something and put it in your freezer now if you want a nice pork joint for Christmas, because I don't think there's going to be any. I like bacon. Having no bacon is sad. Makes me sad for vegans.
I heard squirrel 4 months ago and it's still not here.
Squirrel.
Cool story, Bo.
Why don't you,
no, it's not me. I was reading your comments. Facty.
Just go down to the pig farm and say, give us one of your pigs, Take it home with you. And
I am surrounded by so many pigs. It is like the pig apocalypse. That was fucked up. But
Gary,
yeah, no, like it's
wait.
3,000 barns with 5,000 heads apiece, and I'm surrounded by them literally.
My Gary bot appears to have gained sentience, and I'm quite worried. It says, "Give me a link, FTFE, and I'll come on for a few minutes."
Oh, there's no way.
That's not a response I programmed. But if you are serious, then we'd have to arrange another time, because in 30 minutes I've got another, 25 minutes, I've got another debate planned. So I really don't have time to bring you on and have a conversation with you. So if you are serious about coming on, then we can arrange another time than just right now. Because
it, man.
Yeah, I'm literally 25 minutes away from starting another stream with 2 other people.
The Holocaust?
So yeah. The Holocaust.
That, sorry. That's when they take him to the cleaners. You know what I mean?
If you're serious, Gary, then just send me an email at fighttheflatearth@gmail.com, and I'll get you on to talk to any of these guys, or me if you're brave enough.
Have you heard that PhD Tony is going to be debating Rachie?
Good Lord, what?
Where?
She's going to be debating Rachie, and he's going to be debating Rachie, and it's to do with science, obviously. And she's been listening to Sleeping Warrior, and she thinks that she can beat him in a debate now.
Never listen to Sleeping Warrior. That's just a silly thing to do. Oh.
I heard that on my server from one of the moderators there that told me. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I'm like, you are kidding me. That's the girl that does this.
Yeah. I had hope for Rachie at one point, but she just bit the Flerf bullet full on, and it was quite sad to see.
When we interact with somebody that's nice, we mistake nice for reasonable.
Yeah.
Just because they're nice doesn't mean they're any more reasonable than somebody that's rude.
Apparently Gary's going to take me saying you can't come on right now as me backing out, but no, I'm not backing out. I have something else scheduled which I cannot postpone because that's not fair to the 2 other people it's involved.
Tell you what, Gary, I'm not backing out. How about tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time? Let's go. You and me. Gary.
He won't do it.
Challenge thrown down. You might as well have got your glove and thrown it on the floor.
Yeah.
And I will challenge Gary to a TikTok off.
Oh, apparently Mallory says that it's in 56 minutes time, not in 30 minutes time. I guess I've got the time wrong, so I'm going to have to postpone it. So, meh. It's okay. My bad. I can do that easily. Don't worry. So the debate is in an hour's time, not in half an hour's time. But I was going to start wrapping this one up anyway.
Please don't wrap. I've heard you. It's not worth it.
That never came out, or did it? Did I miss something?
No, it hasn't yet because I haven't done my video part for it because I've been having issues with myself. But that will be getting done. Triple Cow K for 199 says SpaceX inspiration for how will Flerfs explain? They will go, nuh-uh, because reasons. Exactly like that. Then we got C-Mitch Play, 25 minutes till the Flat Earth debate with Mallory versus Tony. I was going to go to Master Bait to 7 of 9 and to Paul, but I'll postpone that. Well, actually, you've got an hour, which I'd say is enough time. Please clean up afterwards. Lord Luminous Poof, $2 says, there's a lot keep P without rinse wine you missed. Yeah, I will be back on Globers and Goblins. Hopefully on the next stream. I've kind of got my head better sorted now dealing with stuff. So thank you for everyone that's given me the kind words during my slight mental breakdown because of pain.
Because the kids have gone back to school. That's the real secret here.
Yes. Yeah, the kids are back to school. So
what a shocker. My child went back to school last week and all of a sudden I have a video ready.
Gary, as I said just now, I can't send you a link right now because I'm literally about to finish this stream and set up for the next one. Please arrange a time with me, send an email to fighttheflatearth@gmail.com, and I will gladly bring you on, and you can have as much time as you like to be stupid in front of people. But I will allow you time to do that. I will even have MC Tune or someone come on and moderate so that I can't constantly overtalk you.
That would be fun. You just for fun, FTFE.
Yeah, you would, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. But that's going to be it for this stream. All right, what we were saying today is very important, and that is that what Sleeping Warrior has done is wrong. If you haven't seen the screenshot, this is what we are talking about. I've been targeting the kids for years. Just that sentence alone from Sleeping Warrior is a major fucking issue. No sane person should be saying these things. Authorities have been contacted, and hopefully he will be getting what he deserves. Teach your kids about what is right and how to be safe online. Because this is literally spitting in the face of parents that are trying to teach their kids the right way to live their life online. This is scary as a parent because it's trying to get around the safety we're putting on our kids. Don't be a Sleeping Warrior. And please look forward to the videos about this coming out from a lot of people, I'm sure. Brainy, what are you doing? Why have you got the wank picture up?
What? Just trying to spend some time with her, She's a nice lady. Yeah.
Gary Webenenga, please contact me for a debate. Any final thoughts, Ranty, on today?
No. Final thought. I think we covered this pretty thoroughly, to be fair, and it was just nice to inform the audience of what's been going on, and keep an eye out for that, or hopefully a bit of peer pressure from the community will put pressure on the flat earthers to let them know that isn't acceptable behavior.
No,
because obviously the authorities will take whatever course they want to take, and we have no control over that. But we can still self-moderate ourselves as a community and put pressure on the flat earthers to act appropriately. Debate us all you want, but debate adults. Don't go and try and bypass the system to get to the children. That's just not right.
No, absolutely not. Thank you for coming on, Ranty. I do appreciate it. I know it's late for you there, just like it is me here. So thank you very much. And I see you've actually, what are you, 5,200 now?
No, 5,030, I think.
Oh, someone said 5,100.
I absolutely can't thank you enough for pushing me over that 5,000. That was very
no worries.
Just to pass it's a massive relief. So thank you very much. And,
let me know when the 5,000 party is, and we'll come over and have some fun.
Well, I might have it this weekend. Actually, I'll try and get
nice.
the cats on as well, and
yeah, that'd be good.
We'll have a bit of a laugh. Yeah, should be good.
Awesome. Brainy, final thoughts on what's going on here today?
Yeah, he's a freak. I don't know who could even write that and think they weren't a creep while they typed it. I have been targeting the children. Space. I have been doing it the whole time. Space. I don't know. There's a sinister villain in there somewhere. But yeah, no, I think it's crazy. I hadn't had time to read it, but it was about what I expected. It's just funny to me. I don't know. See, what I will end with this. I thought that, the kids get the egg test instantly because there's nobody there to say why up and down and make them go, you're right. So, yeah. I think that they're smarter than that anyways, most of them. Kids love conspiracy theories. When I was younger, everything was a conspiracy, and this smashed into that. And you get older and you realize that you're an idiot.
Make sure you guys are also subscribed to Brainy Beaver. New video coming out. Is it tomorrow?
I've been questioning when to release it, but probably because I'd rather not just sit on it. I want to get it out and get it moving. So
cool. Looking forward to that.
This week. Let's just say this week. But yeah, probably tomorrow.
And you, MC Toon, final thoughts on Sleeping Warrior here?
Well, I homeschool my kids, and having the information that gets to my kids be stuff that I approve of is important. So whether it's myself homeschooling or somebody sending their kids to school, I don't think it's right to feed them stuff that the parents don't want them fed.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah. For me, it's actually very little to do with Flat Earth, this whole thing. Obviously, there's a Flat Earth component to it, but the anger that I'm feeling isn't Flat Earth. It's as a parent. that is raising a child in a world where they're going to be on the internet a lot, and seeing someone blatantly saying that they're going to use the internet and the things that the kids are using to try and get information in that they couldn't otherwise, is a scary thing. And anybody who does not have the mental fortitude to realize that that is just wrong probably should be locked up. And on that note, we're going to end the poll well, I put up at the start, and the poll said, should Riley be arrested for this? Let it just refresh to see what the final numbers were. Of course, YouTube slows down when I need it to. Should Riley be arrested for this? Yes, 85%. 636 votes. Sorry, 654 votes. 85% say yes, Riley should be arrested. 14% of you are wrong. What he has done definitely needs investigation by the authorities. Just purely saying that he's targeting kids like that, and there's a good chance he's going to be banned from the internet. Right, in 45 minutes, PhD Tony versus Mallory. Thank you very much for watching. Everyone, please go and subscribe to Brainy Beaver, Flerfs, and MC Toon, and I'll see you soon. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat, 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 fight the flat.